When you were a child, summer break felt like a lifetime. 2 months out of school stretched into an eternity of afternoons. Today, you might blink and realize an entire year has vanished. This acceleration is a physical shift in how your brain tracks the world. A study published in CLO measured this by testing the internal biological clocks of different age groups. Subjects were asked to mentally count out 120 seconds. While a 30-year-old's mental clock hit the mark near the actual target, a 50-year-old reached that same threshold in just 80 seconds. When your internal clock ticks faster than objective reality, it creates a mismatch. You feel as though you've used up 2 minutes of life, when the world has only moved forward by 86 seconds. This internal speed-up is what creates the sensation that the external environment is rushing past you. Beyond this biological count, the sheer scale of your life distorts your perception. In 1897, philosopher Paul Janet outlined the proportional theory of lifespan. For a 5-year-old, a single year represents a massive 20% of their entire lived experience. By the time you reach 50, that same 365-day period has been diluted. It now accounts for only 2% of your total life, making the interval feel 10 times shorter than it did in childhood. William James observed this same distortion in his 1890 work, The Principles of Psychology, noting that time appears to contract as we grow older. Lifespan math creates the baseline for this illusion, but the physical way our brains process information compounds the effect. The density of your memories dictates the length of your life in retrospect. Childhood is an era of firsts, while adulthood is often a series of repetitive, predictable routines. Research into the oddball effect shows that the brain expends significant energy and attention to encode new or unusual experiences. This deep encoding creates high-definition memories that take up more space in your mind, stretching out your perception of that time. We saw this during the pandemic lockdowns. The profound, unforgettable shift in daily routine forced our brains to record every detail of a new reality, making that period feel much longer than it actually was. Without these novel data points, the brain compresses months of routine into a single brief memory. When life is predictable, time feels as if it has vanished. Modern life adds a second layer of compression through a condition known as hurry sickness. Constant connectivity to modern smart devices artificially accelerates the brain's internal pacemaker. By attempting to match the speed and efficiency of our devices, we live in a state of chronic time scarcity. This forced pace makes every hour feel shorter. Trying to emulate the processing speed of technology actively reduces the perceived duration of our lives. There is also a biological reason for this speed-up, related to the brain's physical architecture. Mechanical engineer Adrian Bayesian argues that the rate at which we process visual data slows down with age. As we age, neural networks grow more complex, forcing electrical signals to travel further. This means the brain processes fewer frames per second of visual data. Like a flipbook with missing pictures, fewer images make you reach the end faster. This is compounded by a natural decline in dopamine, the neurotransmitter that regulates our internal sense of timing and focus. With longer neural pathways and lower dopamine, the aging brain perceives the external world as moving at an accelerated pace. Since our perception of time is biological, it is also malleable. You can actively influence the rate of your internal clock. The most direct way to slow down perceived time is to deliberately inject novelty into your life and break repetitive routines. Learning new skills or visiting unfamiliar places triggers neurogenesis, the birth of new brain cells. These new cells allow the brain to encode rich, high-density memories. By forcing your brain to process new data, you counteract the mental compression that comes with age. Mindfulness practices also help. By slowing down and engaging fully with the present, you counteract the artificial acceleration driven by our technology. Taking conscious control of your cognitive habits provides a physiological lever to stretch out the duration of your experiences. The feeling that years are moving faster is a result of proportional math, of memory storage, and neural decay. To learn more about how your mind constructs your reality, subscribe to the channel. You cannot change the rotation of the planet, but by choosing how you engage with your environment, you can change the rate at which you experience it.